I sold one just like this one. It's so beautiful. Very, very nice.
Right. I'm gonna go on an adventure today. Yesterday I put a deposit on a 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee Trailhawk, and today I'm gonna go pick it up. It's almost 5 o'clock and I'm waiting for my taxi to take me to the airport. The Jeep's in Sacramento, California, and I live in Portland, Oregon. So we're gonna fly to Sacramento, check out this Jeep, and then drive it home.
They don't know what they're doing, you know.
Yeah.
The 2000 is a crazy number.
I know.
Yeah.
There's no window. I might get lucky. There's no one sitting here yet. I got so lucky. The only empty seat on the plane is next to me. Oh my gosh, it's a good day. Landed in Sacramento. Now we got to get a cab to the dealership. Let's go.
Continue straight to stay on Airline Drive.
In the waiting room, waiting for someone to come and talk to me and show me the car.
One just like this one. It's so beautiful. Very, very nice.
Right. We're gonna do it. Buying this Jeep. Ooh, it's raining. So I hate car dealerships for this reason. It is now 11:30. I've been sitting in this room, said I was gonna buy the car an hour and a half ago. And we're going back and forth on like rates and do I want the paintless dent removal and do I want the windshield protection? And I'm like, no, I just want to get the car and go. And they're just like, there's another room over here where my salesperson keeps going to and then is gone for 10 minutes and then comes back. Oh, here she comes right there. Great. Let's get this out of here. I gotta drive back to Portland. So I've been in this dealership for like 3 hours now after I told them that I would buy the car. And the issue, one, they've just taken forever. I would pay so much extra money to not ever have to go to a dealership again. But what's happening right now is they would only accept a debit card for my down payment or a cashier's check. However, all of the banks are closed because today's Veterans Day. So I tried using my debit card, and of course, I'm out of state, and it froze my debit card, and there's no way for me to pay the down payment. So now they're saying I could finance the whole thing instead of, I was gonna put a down payment down for a chunk of money and then finance the rest. So now the only other option is to finance 100%, which is gonna make my monthly payment crazy. Carvana, I did all over the phone. It was so easy. It was like they got my routing number and the thing and my account number, and it took the money right out. For some reason, this giant car dealership can't do that. I've been at the dealership for 5 hours. It's 2:30 right now. Oh my God. I think that we got it figured out. The problem is every time we like figure something out, then the salesperson leaves and goes back behind that door over there, and then comes back 15 minutes later. Like, doesn't just stay here, goes and talks to somebody who I haven't talked to, and there's this like go-between thing that's just taking forever. And I feel like if I sat down with the person, we could have finished this in 30 minutes. I mean, my car experience when I bought with Carvana, you do it on your phone in 40 minutes and you're done. And then the car comes to your house and you're like done. This dealership experience is so awful. I'm in the new car right now, and everything is paid for, and I am driving back to Oregon right now. This was a just crazy hassle. But we got the car. We're going. We're going to talk more when we're driving. Let's see, we got 8 hours and 58 minutes back home. I'm going to get home at midnight. But that's without any stops. I'm going to have to get gas and food. Getting some gas. Sun came out, so we can really check this out now. These Trailhawk seats are pretty great. Get the sunroof up here. It went into aero mode while we were driving, which I think means it drops down a little bit. More aerodynamic. Gas capless gas thing. It's kind of cool. First impressions on driving this Trailhawk, it's smooth. I really like these paddle shifters. The Apple CarPlay is working great. I love the sunroof. Currently cruising and getting 28 miles per gallon. That can't be right. This is current MPG 2023 right now. I got my range. This lane assist is pretty cool. So it's kind of weird. I've never driven a car with lane assist before, but if I get close to the lane, it pushes me back in. And it's an interesting sensation, but also kind of nice. And I'm going to try this adaptive cruise control in a second and see how that works. Oh shit. Alright, let's talk about this. So, the reason I went with the Trailhawk is specifically for the Quadra Drive 2. My hopes are that I'll be snowboarding and doing winter things a lot this winter. And the Quadra Drive, at least from the videos I've watched, is a far superior drivetrain. The Quadra Track is great, but it uses braking to help with tire slippage, whereas the Quadra Drive uses an electronic slip differential and has the ability to send all of the engine's power to one tire. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you're watching this and you're like, that dude doesn't know what he's talking about, let me know in the comments. But the idea of having my traction from power and not from braking in ice was a big deciding factor. Also, I watched a bunch of videos from Prodigal Overland. And if you don't know his YouTube channel, check it out. He's got so much stuff with the Jeep Grand Cherokee going against the Trailhawk, going against, you know, a Limited or anything else, or their other Jeeps. And to be honest, he helped me decide to get the Trailhawk, because those videos of them just like climbing the same thing with the Quadra Track 2 and the Quadra Drive 2, you can do the same thing with a lot less effort and momentum in the Quadra Drive. Plus, you have the Quadra Lift, which initially I was against because I've heard about problems and I wanted to lift it and not have to worry about air suspension. But someone was like, a friend of mine told me, they were like, get the Trailhawk, use that suspension until it breaks, and if and when it does, just replace it with the Quadra Lift Delete 2.5-inch lift. I think Bilsteins makes one. Did I say that right? Bilsteins? Anyway, so they're out there to just get rid of it. So instead of trying to fix it, I'm just going to replace it. I have some ideas. I want to get the air links. I want to go up in some tire sizes, and we'll see what the max I can get on this thing is. But that's the main reason why I went with the Trailhawk, was just that extra quadra drive. Another reason I was excited about the Trailhawk was the Under Armour, and this one came with rock rails already installed, the Mopar rock rails, and some Under Armour already. I'm going to do a bunch of Under Armour, so if there's anything else that I can keep under there already, it's basically just saving me money by already existing. I have plans to do a bumper for it, haven't decided which one, and a roof rack, although I'm loving this like open look from the dual panoramic roof skylight thing. Anyway, yeah. So let's talk about money. I want to be totally transparent about what it costs and what I was looking. So it is November 11th, 2024, and I bought this 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee Trailhawk with 40,000 miles, and I found an amazing deal on it in Sacramento, California. I was looking on Carvana and CarMax and locally and everything I was seeing was in the $32,000, $33,000 range for these kind of miles. But with Carvana and CarMax, you had to pay a shipping fee, and the shipping fee was like upwards of $1,200, $2,000 in a lot of cases. So if you take that $33,000 for this Jeep with this mileage, I also saw a couple that were like $35,000 with the same trim and packages. But if you take that same amount and add $2,000 to it, it gets up in the 37. The Jeep I found was from a company called Echo Park, which I guess is a national company. I didn't know. It was a used car dealership, but they ship around the country. They wouldn't ship to Oregon. And they were selling it for $28,900. And unfortunately, that also, since it was California, had California state sales tax on it, which is 7.25. Anyway, I think my out-the-door price with everything was close to $31,000. And I had a credit card with miles on it from Alaska. So I got a free flight to Sacramento. And instead of paying any shipping like I would have at the other ones, I picked this up and I'm driving it back to Portland. So it is taking a full day. That car dealership experience was awful. 5 hours in a car dealership. I feel like it's something that could have been accomplished in 30 minutes if somebody was really working with me, or if you were on your phone with Carvana. But I'm ending up saving a bunch in the long run, even with the sales tax, by going and picking it up and driving it home myself. And for me, that felt like the right move. Also, today's Veterans Day. I wasn't doing anything. I have the day off. I miss my wife and kiddo, but this was the perfect opportunity for me to jump in a plane and go buy a car and have a mini adventure and drive back. It's beautiful out right now. We got blue skies. I'm driving across Northern California, and it's lovely. So, all right, it's magic hour right now. The sun's getting ready to set, so I pulled over to do a quick little photo shoot. She looks good. night driving. Just crossed over into Oregon, so we're making pretty good time. Thank goodness I'm not going the other way. Stopped at a truck stop gas station. We're on the way back. It's 9:51. I still have 3 hours to go. I'm gonna have a Red Bull. I haven't had a Red Bull in I don't even know the last time, but we're gonna have this. I'm a little tired. Yeah, gross. I'm still a little upset with this experience at the dealership. Them, like, it just took so long, and them coming in and going out and not just sticking with me to finish the process. The fact that it took 5 hours at a dealership was ridiculous. I feel like it's the kind of thing you could have sat down and done in 30 minutes. And I don't know if it's a tactic they use to try to get me upset, so I'll just agree to things and get out the door. That kind of worked. I didn't agree to anything that I wasn't already prepared to do. One of the things I did agree to, though, is the like a service contract. And the idea of the service contract is that if anything breaks, I have a $100 deductible and it fixes anything. And I think that's a good idea, at least in the beginning when I just got this Jeep, and I'm not sure, 100% how it's going to be. It has 40,000 miles on it. So, but what I looked up in that 5 hours while I was waiting is that in the state of California, if you get it there, you have 30 days to cancel it and you get your full money back guarantee. That is a California policy. And if you cancel it within 60 days, it's a $50 processing fee and then you get your money back. So I thought, I'm going to sign up for it. You have to pay upfront, part of the financing, whatever. I think it was like $60 a month over 72 months. It was like $3,600 or something like that. And so that's part of what's financed. But my plan is to drive it for the month. If all is good, I'm going to cancel that policy with them and maybe get it somewhere else, and they'll refund me my money. So I did agree to that, but I also had a plan with it. But I'm so pissed that it's 10 o'clock at night and I still have 3 hours to go, when my original plan was to leave the house at 5 o'clock in the morning, get there at 9, test drive the car, pay and get out of there by 10:30, and be home by 8, have dinner with my family and put my daughter to bed. But that's not the case. And now I'm drinking Red Bull at a gas station in the middle of Oregon.
Watch your back. Not the way that it was. I love you like peaches.
To go. We made it back. Final mile total for the day is 592, and we averaged 23 miles a gallon for 9 hours and 18 minutes. Pretty good. I was right at about 70, in the 70s for the whole way. I'm gonna edit this video together, and so it's gonna be really short, but today was a long day. It's 1 in the morning, and happy to be home, happy to have a new Jeep, and yeah, subscribe, like, and I'm gonna do a bunch of stuff to this Jeep. Got some plans. I'm gonna order a Gobi roof rack tomorrow and some tires and some other fun stuff, some lift links, and we're gonna get all that going right away. So we'll see you around. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me on my adventure today.